Yeah, I made you host. You can probably stop the recording.
So I know that a number will divide by 1 and by itself. So I eliminate those two numbers. So I eliminate 1, I eliminate the number itself. So I'm left with which all options?
So with 2 or the n minus 1 number.
Yeah, so either you can say equal to n minus 1. And if you are not using equal to, directly you can say less than n. Okay,
Right.
You can use either of them. So if you're using equal to sign, then you will say n minus 1 because we are going till n minus 1. And if you are not using equal to, directly you can say less than n. Make sense? And then I will find the remainder by, does this number go in that table? So does it go in 2? So if the number is 7, assuming. So loop will go from where to where?
2 to 6.
2 to 6. And what is the value of my flag?
0.
Okay, so flag initialized to 0 means I am assuming number is prime. Okay, you know we make an assumption in mathematics.
Yes, yes.
So I'm assuming
Value.
my assumption is it's a prime number. Okay, unless and until it divides by any of these numbers. If it divides by any of these numbers, then I'll change.
It's not a prime number.
So initialize it to 0, assuming it is a prime number, and if it divides by these numbers from 2 to 6, then I will set the flag as 1. And the moment it divides, I will terminate the loop at that very moment. Okay, so the loop doesn't continue execution. So if the number is 8, I will go from 2 to 7, correct? So if 8 is divisible in 2's table, I will not even bother searching in 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and directly say it is a not prime number. So I will set the flag as 1 and break the loop. And after the loop, I'll check the value of the flag. So if the flag is in the original state, which it was, I will say it's a prime number. And if it has been modified, then I will say it's not a prime. Make sense? Yes, guys. And then yesterday we also did a perfect number. What is a perfect number?
Which when add, so it becomes itself. The factors when add, it becomes itself.
Yeah, the
like 6 is a perfect number. 1, 2, 3.
Yes. So if I take number as 6, so I will exclude that number because each number will go in 1 and each number will go in itself. So if I add itself, no number will be prime. So I start from 1 and go till where? That number,
so 3.
That number minus 1.
So if you're talking about a prime number, so the number minus 1, or if you're talking about the perfect number, then the perfect number, sir, is factors n minus 1.
Yeah, so I start from 1 and go till n minus 1. Okay, if I want to show over here n minus 1, what changes will I make over here? If I don't want to show less than n, but I want to show n minus 1, then what changes will I make over here in this condition?
Less than n.
Is equal to?
Yes, is equal to n minus
1.
Farooq, you're getting this difference?
Yes, sir.
What is less than n and what is less than equal to n minus 1? So normally we use less than. And then I will try to find the remainder. And if the number is divisible, remainder is 0. So I will add that factor into the sum. And then I will check whether the number which I had taken and the sum of the factors is equal. If it is equal, I'll say number is perfect. Making sense?
Yes.
Okay, now here I will raise the bar a little bit more. What was the question over here? Who will tell me? Who will frame the question for this Yes, guys, well, looking at the code, what question will you frame? Let me show it on one screen to you. Can someone frame the question for this? What are we trying to achieve in this code? Anyone? So this is the answer, right? I want the question for this. So normally they ask you the question and you have to give the answer. Here is the reverse engineering. They have given you the answer and they're asking what is the question. Yes, Ataullah?
Now write a code for perfect number.
If I'll say accept a number and check
So it's
whether
not a perfect number,
it
it's a
is
prime
perfect or not.
number.
perfect. It is
Perfect.
perfect,
Number is prime or not.
perfect or not. Okay.
Okay.
So I am running this only once. One number will be taken and I will check whether it is perfect or not. Correct? Now, if I just twist this question a little bit and I say accept 5 numbers and display the perfect numbers from them and display only the perfect numbers from these 5 numbers. So now what is the question? So now you will ask a user, okay, enter a number, enter number 1. Okay, let's say he enters 4. So what will you say? Perfect, not perfect?
Not perfect.
Not perfect, because 4 will go in 1 table and 2 table. 1 plus 2 is
Yes.
3, is not 4. Okay, then you will ask, so again you run a loop, enter number 2. If he says 6, what will you say?
Perfect number.
Perfect number. Okay. Then he will ask enter number 3. And let's say you enter 10. Is 10 perfect?
No.
They will go in 1 table, 2 table, 5 table, right?
All right.
1 plus 2 plus 5 is
8.
8. 1 plus 2, so it's not perfect. Then you will ask enter the number 4, correct?
Yes.
So I want this logic now. Just I have given you the core logic. I just want to wrap it around the loop now. So now if he says 28, what will you say?
Perfect number.
Perfect number. Now if he says number 5 as 100, what will you say?
Not perfect.
Now I want this logic to be done. So what simple changes will you make to the program? Not much of a change, very simple elementary changes. Now this code will run how many times is my question. The code which I have highlighted now, this code you will run how many times? How many numbers have I asked to take?
4.
5, right?
Oh, 5 number. Yes.
So this code will run 5 times now.
Yes.
So what should be done? The same logic. If I say print my company name once, so what code will you write? What code will you write? And if I say print it 5 times, what changes will you make? My question is display company name one time. And now my question, the answer of this is over here. Okay, forget the main and everything, that is understood. Now my question to you all is display company name 5 times. Now what changes will you make? That is a crux. So what will we do over here for the answer? Shabana. Yes. Shabana there. Am I audible to you guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes,
what
sir.
changes will you make in this code?
Sir, we are at
See,
for
if
loop, sir.
you guys are going out for some time, let's say someone at the door and you need to go and receive the parcel, or just some urgent call flashing on your mobile screen. So what we do in the professional world is when we are on a call with the various stakeholders of the company and the clients is there and our fellow colleagues is there and 2 people are talking and I'm just listening and I have to now go and listen to the doorbell. So what I do is on the chat itself, we write back. Or some people write BRB. So with that, we come to know this person is not there right now. So we write like this, either be right back or BRB. And once we are back, let's say after 5 minutes I come back, then I say back. So now if I see a BRB against someone's name, I will not shout out his name or her name because I know this person is not there available at the moment. And once he comes, it's his etiquette to write back. So we can say, okay, Alice, when you are back, when you were away, we were discussing something and we needed your input, but you weren't there. So now as you're back, please can you update us on this status? So Alice will now give her feedback. So this is common, just routine work, routine etiquettes. So if I am shouting out someone's name and that person is not there, maybe she's busy with some call or gone to attend some work. So it's just on this chat, okay? Don't WhatsApp me. People are sending me on WhatsApp. I will be back in 5 minutes. Now my phone is not near me now. I'm at my computer screen. And Zoom has given you an option of chat. Yes, guys, am I understood or is there
Yes.
some ambiguity over here? And make a habit of
Yes,
this.
sir.
So once you come in this flow, no? So and when you join a company, so it reflects that this person has been groomed thoroughly. So Amir, if I want to print my company name 5 times, now what to do? To print your company name once, this is the code, right?
Yes, sir.
Forget about, sir, I will make a class, I will make a main method. That is all mandatory, right? So we will not discuss that. That is all learned by heart. We are talking
Yes,
about the
sir.
main logic. So now what to do? 5 times.
For loop.
Yes, sir. For loop. We have to use for loop.
So we'll
For
take
that.
this very code and put it in a loop which run 5 times, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Correct.
So I'll take a for loop.
I is equal to 1. I is less than equal to 5. I plus plus.
Okay, now if I don't want the equal to sign, then what to use? Farooq, if I don't want the equal to sign over here,
Sir, we use less than.
Less than
Command.
6 minus 1.
less than what? Less than
6 minus 1.
what?
6 minus 1.
6 minus 1.
No.
Less
Six,
Less
only
than 6.
Yeah, less than 6.
Yes.
6.
Okay.
Yes.
If
6.
I want to still use over here 5 and still not use equal to, now what? Then you make this 0. Got it?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so this is all your logic, how it works. Okay. So we'll keep it simple. We'll keep this 1 and we'll keep this 5. Now,
Yeah.
is there any other statement in this for loop? Does this for loop have multiple statements or single statement?
Multiple statements.
No. This is what I call the body of the loop is the statements.
Okay, sorry, sir.
Body
Yes.
of the loop is the statement. So how many statements are there in the body of the loop?
Only one. Only one, yes.
What can I do? I can skip the parentheses. Okay, the code will become more smaller.
Smaller, yes.
So this task was to display once. This task, the same task to display 5 times. I put it in a for loop, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, now if I want to display, let's say once it was SCS 1. Now, but now I want to display SCS 1, SCS 2, SCS 3, SCS 4, SCS 5. Now what to do?
Plus I. Yes.
Yes, I.
Make sense? Now,
Yes, sir.
what is the
Yes.
value of I? What is the value of I?
I is
Is
1
one.
and it's
The second intersection is 2, 3, 4, right?
2, 3, 4
Yes.
till 5. Yes, sir.
That is what I'm trying to ask. Now this code is finding how many numbers are perfect. This code is displaying the logic for how many numbers is perfect. One number, correct?
Yes.
I'm entering a number and checking whether it is perfect. Now I want the same logic to work for 5 numbers. What to do? What to do? Put it in a for loop.
For loop.
For I equals to 1, I less than equal to 5,
5.
and I plus plus.
Plus.
Now this code will run how many times?
5
5
times.
times.
That's it. And 5 times it will ask me what?
Enter a
Enter
number.
a number.
Getting it? Okay, now this
Yes.
sum
Yes.
equal to 0. Where should I put? Inside the for loop or outside the for loop?
Sir, inside the for loop.
See, when we go to buy perfume, no? So let's say if I want to taste multiple fragrance, okay, there I've shortlisted around 5 fragrances, and from this I will buy any one. Okay, let's take I've shortlisted 3 fragrance. Okay, the red bottle, yellow bottle, and the blue bottle. Okay, so now first, he gives me a sample. He puts a little bit on my wrist somewhere, and then I smell it, and I like this fragrance. Then I want to smell this brand also, the yellow brand. What does he do? If you've been to a decent,
Will spray another side.
huh?
You will spray it on your another hand.
No, but your nostrils are immune to this fragrance, this smell.
Yes.
So now if you smell back to back, you will not get the proper flavor of this.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So you know what they have? They have coffee beans over there. If you might observe.
Yes, sir.
So they have coffee beans. So he'll
Yeah.
ask you to smell a coffee bean. There'll be a jar of coffee bean, a small jar,
Yes.
and he will ask you to smell that. Once you smell the coffee beans, your smelling sense is neutralized.
Yes.
Then now you can smell this and
Yellow one.
the proper
Yes.
flavor of this. Then after that, again, what will it tell you?
Again, smell coffee beans.
Coffee
After
beans,
that,
and then
yeah.
smell the third flavor, right?
Smell the, yes,
So what
blue
is
one.
this coffee bean doing? It is neutralizing your smelling sense, correct?
Neutralizing.
Yes, sir.
Yes. It's some.
So now my question to y'all is, if I put the sum outside the for loop, then this sum will be initialized only once,
Yes.
Yes, sir.
but I have 5 numbers.
Yes.
For
So,
each number, I want this to be initialized to 0, correct?
yes, sir.
Yes.
Guys,
Yeah.
are you getting the logic?
So
Yes, sir.
inside the loop.
Inside the loop, so that For
Yes, sir.
each iteration, it becomes 0 and I keep on adding it.
Yes.
Because if I put it outside the loop, for the first number, it will work. For the second
Work.
number, it will keep on adding to that sum.
Yes, sir.
Getting it? Guys?
Yes.
So that's the only change we have to make. So now let's go to the code. This is the code, right? So what changes have I made? This entire stuff I have put in a for loop. So I say,
Yes.
now see, I am using for the inside for loop, no? So I'll use some other variable for the outer for loop. So I'll say integer j
Yes.
equals to 1, j less than equal to 5,
J
and
plus plus.
j plus plus. And now
Yes.
body of the loop starts from here and it ends over here.
Yes.
That's all. So now if I run this code, it will ask me 5 times enter number. Okay, enter number. So what did we enter? 2. So is 2 prime? It will say not a perfect number. Then I enter 4. Is 4 perfect number?
No.
Enter 6. Is 6 perfect?
Yes.
6 is perfect number. Then I enter 12.
Yes.
Is 12 perfect?
No.
Then I enter 28.
Perfect number.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So now I want you all to do the same for prime number. Accept 5 numbers and display the prime from them. What changes will you make over here? This is the code to check a number is prime or not.
Yes.
So what to do? And Farooq, why have I not put a bracket around this if and around this else? Farooq there.
Say it again, sir. Where? Yes, sir. I'm there. Which, sir?
Why have I not put curly brackets around the if and else?
So because you have already placed the semicolon.
No. Ideally, we put parentheses over here, right?
Yes, sir.
So why have I not put
Right.
if else?
Because, sir, we have only one statement.
Yes, because we have only a single statement in if. There are how many statements in the if parentheses, Farooq?
1.
So if there is only a single statement, we can skip the parentheses.
Yes, sir.
Getting it?
So repeat it. If we have only single statement, so
Yeah. We can skip the parentheses. No need to, you can ignore the parentheses. Yeah, how many statements in the else part now, Farooq?
sir, 1.
1. So now I can remove the parentheses. No. Okay, getting this?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay, so now this is the code to check whether one number is prime. I want to check 5 numbers are prime. So what do I do? Put a for loop.
Yes. For
Inside
loop
for loop is for I. I'll put for outside for loop as J.
J. Yes, sir. J plus plus.
J plus plus means J is J plus 1. Okay. J plus plus means J equal to J plus 1. You close the for loop. That's all. Run this code. Enter number. This is prime, right? Is 6 prime?
No, sir.
Number
It's
not prime. Is 7 prime?
Yes.
Okay. Is 8 prime?
No.
Is 9 prime?
No.
Is 10 prime?
No.
5 numbers got it. Yes, no, maybe. All good.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So, okay, now let's take a different flavor of this now, okay? So I'll just keep on dumping this code on the WhatsApp chat so that you all have it in a single repository to practice. Okay. So you can practice. So this is prime of 5 numbers. Correct. This is perfect of 5 numbers. Now, let's see how well you have grasped the concept. If I tell from 1 to 30, display me all the perfect numbers. What is the question?
1 to 30, display the all perfect number.
Yeah. So people come up to me and say, sir, the question was difficult. So I asked, did you understand the question? Then he says, yes, sir, I understood the question. Then I tell him, then it was not difficult. If you understood the question, then it is not difficult. If you
Yes.
say, sir, I did not understand the question itself, then I sympathize with you that indeed the question was difficult.
Yes, sir.
So have you understood the question first? What I'm asking?
Yes.
What is the question I'm asking? My question is,
Display the.
I will not accept anything. I will not accept anything now. My question,
Okay.
display all perfect numbers
Number from 1 to 30.
between the range 1 to 30.
Yes,
Now
sir.
my question is, will I use scanner over here? Yes, no, maybe. Will I use
No, sir.
scanner? Who says no?
Scanner. Scanner. I said so far.
Yeah, Farooq. Why? What made you say no?
Sir, because you are saying that the display all the perfect square from 1 to 30. So we are not getting any input from the user.
Absolutely correct. Spot on. Beautifully answered. Yes, we will not require scanner because we are not accepting any input from the user. Input range is already given. Okay.
Yes.
So my loop will start from where to where? Outer loop.
1 to 30.
Beautiful. So let's say I take it as n. I take it as what? So I say
N.
either n equals to 1, n less than equal to 30, and
Okay.
n plus plus.
Yes.
So that number which I'm going to take from the user, now I'm taking from the for loop, correct?
Yes.
Then I go inside. Now, which is my first number which I have to test?
1.
Yeah, so this will not be there, okay? This will not be there. Now, which is my first number which I have to test whether it is perfect or not. I have to test,
1.
right? 1 is in which range?
Yes.
N.
So my inner loop will start from 1 and will go then less than n. Okay.
Yes.
That's
Yes,
the
sir.
change we are doing. That's all. So in the next iteration, my n becomes 2. N becomes what?
Becomes 2.
And to
Yes,
start
sir.
from 1 and go till less than 2. So the n which you are taking from the user, now you are taking from the for loop. That's all.
Yes, sir.
Then what will you display now? So if you have to display for the perfect number, right? Not perfect, not the, you have to display the number. So you have to display over here 6 and 28. So what will be displayed? And we are displaying only for the perfect numbers, nothing for the non-perfect numbers. So else will be removed. So this code is what we will have. So you are missing out one bracket. So this for loop, we always have the indentation properly, that we know where to close the So this for loop is closed. Then this is outside the for loop over here, and this. Yeah. So see, I will run a for loop from 1 to 30. Then I will the inner for loop to check whether the number is perfect or not. So I'll start from here. And each time I have to do the sum equals to 0, correct? So how many
Yes.
times will I have to do that?
30.
So I will put it inside this for loop, right?
Yes.
And declare the variables on top over here. So I want which all variables? I want a n, I want a I, and I want a sum. Okay. No need to declare the n again over here.
Yes, sir.
So I have now 3 variables, n, I, and sum. So my n will start from 1 less than 30 n plus plus. I will do the sum as 1. And now to check whether this n is perfect or not, start the loop from I and go till less than n.
Yes, sir.
Like this, if my n
30.
increments and n becomes 7. So how do we check whether 7 is perfect number? Start from 1, go less than 7, right?
Yes, sir.
Farooq, are you getting this logic?
Yes, sir.
Getting it
Yes, sir.
100% without any gray areas?
Yes, sir, I'm getting it.
Very good. So now if I run this code, it will just display me all the perfect numbers between 1 to 30. So I should get only 6 and 28. Even is 1 also a perfect number? So I should get 1, 6 and 28, right?
Yes, sir.
So this is my, and this is my code. No red dots over here. So I copied and pasted the code. I did not get any red dots over here. Means my code is good. Can be executed. So I run it. And now no input from user, directly the output. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So the numbers are 6 and 20, correct?
Yes, sir. Correct.
Why is it not giving 1, Amir? Can you debug for me?
Mm,
1, why is it not giving 1 as the perfect number? Because
it's
1.
not
See, if my n is 1,
Yes,
my n
one. It's not go.
is 1 less than 1.
No, sir.
No.
So it will not
False.
go in the for loop.
Yes, sir.
Getting it?
Yes.
So that's why 1 is skipped. Now, can you do the same for prime numbers from 1 to 100 or 1 to 1000? Display me all prime numbers. Display all prime numbers between 1 to 1000. So how will we do that? So will we require scanner over here?
No, sir.
No scanner required.
Mm,
Will we ask anything from the user, enter number?
No, because we know
No.
the value.
So
No,
what
sir.
we'll have,
1 to 1000.
we'll take this as the n equals to 1 less than equal to
1000.
1000 and n plus plus, right?
Yes.
sir.
And now what are we checking for? Which perfect, right? There's nothing more changes in it. There is a red dot over here. You see a red dot?
Yes.
I've declared the n twice. Declared over here also and declaring
Yes.
over here also. So no need to declare twice. Now dots have vanished. Okay. So now this
Yeah.
is my. So now what do I have to display the number, right? Don't display number is prime. Just display the number. So display what?
N.
No need to give a else. No need to give a else.
Yes, sir.
So let's run this and let's check all the prime numbers between 1 to 1000. And these are the prime numbers between 1 to 1000. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29. Okay, how many numbers are there? I want to give a count of that also. That display the count of prime numbers between 1 to 1000. There are 40 numbers, 50 numbers, how many numbers? So what will we do in such a case, Farooq?
Yes, sir.
I want to also display the count of the prime numbers between 1 to 1000. That there are how many prime numbers between 1 to 1000. There are 100 numbers, 150 numbers.
Sir, we use a counter.
We'll use a counter. Okay. Initialize it to 0. Okay. So initialize this counter to 0 inside the for loop or outside the for loop?
Outside,
the-
because we need only once.
Because we need to do only
Outside the
once and keep on piling up in this counter, right?
Yes, sir.
And whenever
Right.
Right, sir.
whenever I get a number is prime, I will display that number and I will increase the counter also, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now my for loop has how many statements? Now my if condition has how many statements?
Two state.
To
So now what to do?
use bracket.
Use a bracket. And then come outside and display. Display what?
Total number of prime number
Five
plus
numbers
counter.
between 1 to 1000 are
Plus
plus.
Plus
counter.
counter.
Okay. Let's run this. So you will get to know. Yeah, there are how many numbers?
169.
Okay, I want to check between 1 to 100. Then what to do now? So I'll take this code and dump it for y'all. As of
And
now.
is
Okay. As of now, I'll just go and dump it on the group. And you all can use it for your programming reference. Okay. Later on. So, and 1 to 100, I want to check only the numbers. 1 to 100. So I put over here a 0. To run the previous program which you ran previously, click on this bigger green button, play button. So there are 26 prime numbers between 1 to 100. Okay, and these are the prime numbers. Am I understood, guys? Are you able to understand?
Yes, sir.
Within a loop. This is the outer loop. And this is the inner loop. This is called as nested loop. What is this called as?
Nested.
Nested loop. Loop within a loop is called as a nested loop. Okay, so let's take one more example of a nested loop. Okay, let's take the example of while loop. Do you know what is a Fibonacci series? Anyone?
Addition of previous two numbers.
yes.
You know that, right?
Yes, sir.
So it starts from 0
Yes.
and 1. Okay. Now addition of the last two numbers. What is it?
1.
Just keep on adding the last two numbers.
Yes, sir.
0 plus 1.
1.
Now
1.
1 plus 1, 2. 1 plus 2, 3. 3 plus 2, 5. So on. Yes.
okay. This is the Fibonacci series.
Yes, sir.
So my question is, How many numbers have we displayed of the Fibonacci series? How many numbers? You see a 6 over here?
6.
That is
Six.
called as the length of the series. What is this? Because this goes till infinity, right?
Yes, sir.
The number, this will go to infinity. So where I want to stop them is called as the length of the Fibonacci series. So if I stop at 34, let's say, if I stop at 34, how many numbers have I displayed of the Fibonacci series? How many numbers have I displayed of the Fibonacci series? If I am stopping at 34, this 10 will be called
10.
what?
Up to 10.
Length.
Length. Length.
Length
Okay.
of the Fibonacci series. Okay, if I want to stop at 55, then what is the length?
11.
11. So we will accept the length of the series from the user. So from the user, what will we ask? And display those numbers. And display the Fibonacci series till that length. Is the question understood?
Yes.
So once you understand the question, means it is solvable. So now what we do over here is, so let's start. Let's step by step do it. So I make one more program. And I write over here, I make a class which has the main method. And I name it as Fibonacci series. Okay. So I'll require the length of the Fibonacci series. So I say integer length. And then we make a scanner. And then we ask the user to enter the length. And he will enter the length in length. Okay. Now the first two numbers of the series are fixed. What are they?
1 and 1.
0 and 1, correct? So what I will do in now is, let me go to the drawing board. So I will take three variables, A, B, and C. A, B, and I will initialize A with 0, the first number, initialize B with 1, the second number. Okay. And I will display both A and B. Display A and display B. So how many numbers have I displayed till now? Out of the, if the length he enters is 10, if the length which the user enters is 10, so out of the 10, how many have I displayed? Yes. I've displayed 0, I've displayed 1. See, I put in A, I put 0, in B, I put 1, and I display the A, display the B. So out of the 10, how many have I displayed?
Till 34.
I've displayed the first two numbers, correct? Now from where do I have to start displaying?
3.
Till where?
10.
10 is
10.
in, right? 10 is
Yes,
in?
sir.
10 is in?
length.
The loop will start from where? From where will the loop start and where will the loop end? See, I'll do on the code. I'll do on the code also. So now I take the integer a comma b comma c. I initialize a to 0. I initialize b to 1. And I display the a and b. I display the a and b. This is what I'm telling now. So which all have I displayed? I have displayed a and b. Now from where do I have to start displaying? This is my question. So from which number do I have to display?
Third,
Third till where?
10th.
Till the length, right? So
Yes,
give me a for loop which starts from 3 and goes till the length.
10.
Yeah, tell me the for loop which starts from 3 and goes till the length. Yes. Yes. Ataullah.
We hear a lot of discussion.
We
A lot of noise from
for
my-
loop which starts from 3 and goes till the length. Yes, Shabana. Amir.
Yes, sir. I equal to 3. I is int I equal to 3. I is less than equal to 10.
Equal to
I
10.
plus
I plus plus.
10 is with whom?
length. Yes,
Length.
sir. Sorry, length.
And
I plus plus. Correct, sir. I plus.
so this loop will run how many times?
Till length.
From 3 to length.
Yes, sir. 3 to length.
If the length is 10, then how many times will it run?
10 times. Sorry.
8 times.
8 times. Sorry. Yes, 8 times.
If the length is 15, then
13 times.
13 times. Now what I will
13.
now what I'll do 13 times is I will add a plus b. What will I do?
A plus B.
And put it in C. Put it in
C.
C. So what I'll do is I will add the a plus b and put it into C. Okay. I'll see my code. I will able to see my
Yes, sir.
code.
Yes, yes, sir.
So what I will do 8 times, I will add the a plus b and put into C. So what will come into C in the first iteration?
1.
And
1,
I
sir.
will display that C.
Yes.
Display that C. Now what is the output? So this
First is C.
output, okay. So just
One.
read the output. The output is 0,
1.
Plus 1.
1 and 1. Okay.
Yes.
Now what I
1.
will do is I will left shift. I will put whatever is in B in A. Whatever is in B will go in which variable?
A.
What will A become?
A.
1.
And whatever is in B, C will go into B. Whatever is in
C.
C will go where?
C. In what? B.
What is B? What will B become?
1.
And this will be the part of my loop. In my for loop, I will just keep on doing adding and displaying. Okay. Your for loop will just do what? C equals to A plus B. And
Yes.
this is C. Now what is A plus B?
A plus B is become
2.
2.
Right?
2, sir. Yes.
So 2 and display.
2. 2.
Yeah.
1 plus 1, 2.
Yes.
And then the shifting. So whatever is in B will go into A.
Yes.
So whatever is in C will go into
B.
this will be the for loop. This will be your
For loop. Yes, sir. I got it.
okay. So now what we'll do is the for loop I've got C is A plus B. And then do what? Display the
From
C.
the Display
then
the same. Yes.
let's shift. Whatever is in B will go into,
What? A.
whatever
Yes,
is
sir.
in C will go into.
C.
That's all. Now run it and your code will run perfect.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So length of Fibonacci is I enter length as 8. So where will it start from and where will it stop at? Who will tell me?
Third two.
From 0 to 8.
8.
8 is the
13.
length. What have I given? From 0 to where?
13.
13.
0 to 13, right?
Yes, sir.
Got it?
0 to 10.
Understanding was
Yes, sir.
who is thoroughly sync with the class and who is not getting those vibes that, sir, maybe I am not able to keep pace with the class. Farooq, are you able to understand?
Yes, sir.
100% of partly.
Not 100%, sir, but I am getting it. Once I just do the practice it, then I will be 100% sure.
Yeah, please.
Right now, I get the concept. Concept is 100%.
Okay.
Yes, concept is clear.
That also, I'm happy with that at least. Very good. Okay. Now let me take one more example. Have you all heard of what is the Armstrong number?
Armstrong number is
So 10 raised to the power 10.
No. That's not Armstrong.
no. It's not Armstrong number.
Armstrong.
Armstrong
10
number
raised
is
to the
the
power 10,
one
I think.
wherein you take a number. Let's say I take 153. What number do I take?
153.
Now,
Square root of 153. Yes, I got.
What is the individual digits of 153? What are the
Yes.
individual digits? What are the individual digits of 153?
153. Yes, sir.
Now take the cubes. Take the cubes of those numbers. What is 1 cube?
1.
What is
Yes.
5 cube?
1 into it's equal to 1. Yes.
125.
Okay.
Yes,
What is
5. 125.
3
Yes.
cube? What is 3 cube?
27.
927.
Now add these numbers. Add the cubes.
Yes, it's equal to 153.
What do you get?
153.
The very number you get, right? If I add 1 plus 125 plus 27, you get the very number which you are inserted.
Yes.
It's called as an Armstrong number.
Yes, sir.
Makes sense? Next number is 370. Next Armstrong number is what?
370.
So what are the digits? 370, correct?
370. Yes, sir.
370.
So what is 3 cube?
27.
What is 7 cube?
27.
343, right?
343. Yes.
0 cube is?
Right.
0.
0.
How much do we get?
370.
Next number is 371. So if I add 1 cube over here, is 371, right? Next number is 407.
Right.
407. 4 cube is 64.
64.
Cube is 0.
0.
And 343.
343.
How much? So these are called as your Armstrong numbers. So can you accept a number from user and tell me whether it is an Armstrong number or not? So whenever we will play with individual digits, go with the while loop. Go with which loop?
While loop.
While loop.
And then
While
we should know that those two machines, the two machines of programming which I had taught you all.
Yes, sir. Remainder and divider.
Remember over here we had used.
Yes, sir.
So what does mod 10 give you?
Mod 10
So what does the mod 10 machine give you?
remainder,
Last digit.
last digit, yes.
0,
And
0,
what does the divide by 10 machine gives you?
1,
Apart from the last digit.
except the last number.
So what does the mod 10 machine give?
3,
Last
one,
digit,
last is 1533.
whatever number you can give, what will give you the last digit. And what does the divide by 10 machine give you?
Except the last
Starting
number.
2 digit,
the last digit.
starting 2 or 3
1
digit.
5.
One five.
The number can be anything. Shabana, number can be anything. We are talking about general terms.
Okay.
We are talking with general terms, except the last digit. What will it give you? Everything else except the last digit, right?
Right.
So we are making a generalized formula. Then if I give you a number, then you can say. So if I tell you, what does 5, 6, 2, 3 mod 10 give you? Yes,
3,
3. Now you can, it will give me 3. And what does 5, 6, 2, 3 divide by 10 give you?
except that 3, all numbers.
5, 6, 2, right?
5 6
It will
2,
give
yeah.
me 5, 6, 2.
Yeah,
And this
except
will give
last
me
is
3. Making sense? Okay.
Yes,
So if
sir.
the number is 153 and the square cubes are 1 and 125 and 27. So if I add 1 plus 125 plus 27, or if I add 27 plus 125 plus 1, does it make a difference?
No.
It doesn't, right? So now,
Right.
how will we do that? So now let's start.
First, we apply a mode function and then
So let me make a new class. I will call it as what? Now, in that I will add a main method. So first, we'll take a number from the user. So can we copy scanner from somewhere? I've overwritten all the methods. So yeah, now I've got the number. Number is 153. Now what I will do with this 153 is, let's follow this logic, okay? This machine should be useful, okay? I'll remove the extra, whatever is there. And we can use this hybrid machine which we created. So whatever extra is there can be removed. So I'll take a sum and initialize it with 0. Initialize sum with what? Yes, guys. Sum will be initialized with what?
0.
0. So how many variables will we need over here? N, R, and sum. N, R, and
sum.
sum. Okay. So we will require N
And is a user defined value
and initialize the sum with 0. What is in sum now?
0.
0.
And what is in N?
And is user defined value.
So N will have 153, correct? So I have opened a Excel sheet. You see my Excel sheet. So now let's take the variables. So we have n, we have sum, we have r. What is in m?
153. Yeah.
153. What is in sum?
0.
0. Now this n I will keep on extracting the last digit from this n. So it will become 153, then it will become 15, then it will become 1, and then it will become 0. So till
Zero.
when will I run the loop?
Yes.
Till when will I run the loop?
0.
Till what?
Less
Till
than.
my n is greater than 0. Till my n,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
so
N is greater than 0.
greater than 0? Is 153 greater than 0?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Run the loop. Is 15 greater than 0?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Is 1 greater than 0?
Yes, sir.
Is 0 greater than 0?
No.
No.
So I will run the loop till when?
Greater than 0.
What is greater than 0? Apple greater than 0, orange greater than 0.
N. N.
And
Okay. So
Right.
now while my n is greater than 0, and if you see this n is eventually evaporating. Okay.
Yes,
This
sir.
n has evaporated. So I don't have 153 stored anywhere to compare. So I will take a backup of the n and keep it somewhere saved. So I can compare later on. So whatever
Yes, sir.
is in n, I take a backup of it. So what is in VU now? Why have,
150.
why have I taken a backup of,
153.
why have I taken a backup of n? Because
Because we compare. After the operation, we have to compare it.
you have to compare. Then why will I not compare with n? Why was there a
Because
need to take the backup?
N value will be changed.
Yes, n value is every cycle value of n is depreciating.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Cycle the value of n is reducing, right?
Yes, sir.
Eventually my n will evaporate and become 0. So I cannot compare with n. So I take a backup. So what is in my backup now?
Backup is 153. Yes.
Now is n greater than 0? So
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
what is written over here, Farooq? What is written over here? Line number 11, which I have highlighted.
Where, sir? I can see the Excel sheet.
So don't
Yes,
Yes,
I
sir.
programming.
We can see only Excel
Now,
sheet. Sir.
now
Yes.
Yes.
what is written on line number 11?
Wide.
Sir, while loop.
Yeah, then I want you to read
While loop.
the entire thing for me. While and the
Sir,
condition.
while. Yes, sir. The condition is n is less than 0.
Greater than. Where is the
Greater
mouth?
than. It's
Where is
greater.
the mouth of the alligator opening? Towards n, right? So n is greater. So how will you read this line?
While n is greater than 0.
Okay, it is written as while n is greater than 0, but you will read it as is n greater than.
Yes. Yes.
How will you read it?
Is n is greater than
Is.
0 because it's a
Yes.
condition.
N greater than 0, true or false?
True, sir.
You will read it as is 153 greater than 0.
Yes.
You will write the variable name, but you will read the variable value, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you will read the if, for, while as is. So what will you read? Is 153 greater than 0, true or false?
True.
True.
True. So if it is true, then you will see the Excel sheet.
Yes, sir.
So you will say, okay, I'll add a line over here. Roll. I'll add a line over here. And what will we say? Is 153 greater than 0. So what will you say? True or false?
True.
True. So because what is an n? Put it over here. So n is a 153. So is 153 greater than 0?
Yes, sir.
Come inside. I want the last digit of 153. How will I
Mod.
get that?
153 mod by 10.
What is 153 is in which? What will it?
N,
Will you
N,
write? Will you write what?
N.
153 mod n.
No, sir. N mod by 10.
And I want you to put that into the R variable. Which variable?
R variable. Yes, sir.
What will come in R in the first iteration?
Uh, three,
What will come in R?
Condition.
three,
3.
3.
sir. Yes, sir.
Now what to add to sum? 3 or 27?
27, sir.
What will you add to sum?
27.
So how will you make 3 to 27?
3 into, yes, sir. R into R into R. Correct.
Okay. Now 3 has done its job. Now remove the 3. 3 has done its job. Remove the 3 and make
And divide by
153 as
10.
15.
N divided by 10.
And we'll go in which variable?
N.
So n equals to.
N divided by 10.
So now what will the n become?
And 15, sir.
15. Loop is over. It will go up again. So how will
Yes,
you
sir.
actually read this?
Is 15 greater than 0?
Yes, sir.
True or false?
True, sir.
True.
So what will you go inside the loop or outside the loop?
Inside the loop.
And do what? What will come in R then now? 15 mod with 10.
Yes.
What?
5. 5.
5. And what will you add to the sum now? The sum has become 27 over here, right? Now what will you
Yes.
add to the sum?
27
5 into 5 into
Yes.
5 plus 27.
125. 27 plus 125.
Sum becomes 152.
Yes.
And now 5 also has done its job. Remove the 5 also. What will you say?
1.
Is 1 greater than 0?
So what will n become?
And become 1.
Loop will again go up and what is the condition you will check now?
Is 1 is greater than 0? True.
True or
1
false?
is good. True.
Come inside. What is the last digit of n now?
1.
1. Now what will you add? 152 plus
1.
151. So what is that?
153.
And now you remove the last digit also of 1. So what comes into n now?
0.
Now what is the condition you will check?
Is 0 greater than 0? False. Loop will break.
0 greater than 0, true or false?
False.
False. So loop will break and you will go out. And now what will you compare when you go out?
Compare with D.
Compare. Back up with. What will you compare?
Compare with the backup.
Backup. Sum or backup with n.
Yes. If n equal to
Sum.
N is 0, brother.
no, sir. Sorry.
Backup.
Sum is equal to backup.
So if your sum is equal to backup, means what?
It's Armstrong number.
Number is
Sir, unable to see, sir. Code, sir. We are see only Excel sheet.
sorry. Okay, now
Yes, sir.
number is Armstrong, correct? And if no, number is
Not Armstrong. Yes.
let's try to run this code. So give me a number.
153. Yes.
Armstrong,
Yes, sir. Take, sir. 120, sir. 120.
120. What is the sum of 120? 1 cube and 2 cube. That is 1 plus 8. That is 9. Correct?
9. Yes.
9 equal to 120.
No, sir. Not Armstrong. Yes, sir.
Now if I take 370.
370. It's Armstrong number. Yes.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
Ataullah.
Yes.
Now I want you all to display me all the Armstrong numbers between 1 to 1000. Come on. Display me all the Armstrong numbers between 1 to 1000. Take 2 minutes to think and then reply. First thing first, is the question understood? Is anyone
Yes.
stuck the question? So I did not get what you're trying to ask. What is 1000 numbers? What is the first 1000 numbers? What is Armstrong number? I have no idea. Is the question understood?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
What changes will you make over here? Do I need a scanner over here now?
No, sir.
So I will not need this, correct?
Yes, sir.
So my
Don't need.
when will come from the loop, right?
Yes, sir. For loop.
When will come from the loop. So
1000.
Yes.
correct.
Yes, sir.
That's all changes we have to make. And we have to display number is Armstrong or display the N.
Only Armstrong numbers.
So, but N is evaporating, right?
Yes.
We will display over here.
Some.
So display the sum, right? Or display the backup. Display the
Backup.
and no need to display the else part. Not good.
Yes, sir.
Okay, because the number is in the backup.
Yes.
It is eventually evaporating. This needs to be thought of. So if my N is 1, my backup becomes 1, then I check
Yes.
for that. Okay. Here, see here the N will become 0 every time, right? After this loop, the N will become 0, right? Every time.
Yes, sir.
So it will always say N plus plus means again it will come to 1. So this we will have to think. Let's take as J. Let's take this as what? J. And then put the J in the backup. And put the J also in the N. This will make sense. See. Now, what is the value of J? What is the value of J in the first iteration?
1.
So that 1 will go into N and the 1 will go in the backup. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Because as per our logic, the same number goes at both the places, right? In N and in backup, correct? So when I was checking 153, I was putting 153 in N and 153 in backup, correct? Now I'm checking for 1. So what will I put? Where will I put 1? At both the locations, correct? So I'll put 1 in N also and 1 in backup also. So 1 is in, as 1 is in J, J will go in N and J will go in backup. And things should work now. Now let's run. These are your Armstrong numbers between 1 to 1000. Yes, no, maybe. Are you all getting the flow of the loops, guys? How loops work?
Yes.
So if you can do the task single time, to do it multiple times, just do it in the loop. Okay, so is there anything which you all want to like ask if we are practicing the loops and this is what you are finding difficult, not able to understand? So we can discuss on that. Okay, so I also wanted to discuss with you all nested loops today. Nested loops.
Loop inside loops. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I wanted to discuss nested loop also. So what is the meaning of the term nested in programming? In programming, when I say nested, it means what?
Loop under loop.
Not I do more than
Not for loop, it's also for
nested
if
can be
else.
condition also. Can be if
One
also, nested
Yeah,
switch
nested if
also.
else.
Nested can be a loop also.
Yes, sir.
Not a tell your loop. What? Nested.
There is
one inside
not
other.
only one loop, not only one else. There is one or more else.
One inside the other is nested.
Yes.
So inside the other.
Other.
Now, if I give you all the terms now. Now, what is nested if? What will you say? One if inside another if. What will you say?
Yes. One if inside another if. Yes, sir.
What is nested switch?
One switch and inside another switch.
One switch inside another switch. What is nested loop? Okay, what is nested for loop?
One for inside another for
One for inside another. One for loop inside another for loop. Correct? So now how this nested loop works is, there's a very famous meme which is viral. Farooq, do you know the Indian actor's name?
Yes, sir. Not all, but I know
So do you
most
know
of them.
who's Akshay Kumar?
Yes, sir. Sure.
So there's this meme which goes viral, the comedy scene of Akshay Kumar is sitting with a dark guy and they are distributing money among themselves. So they are
office to service.
6 bundles of cash is there. So this is Akshay Kumar and this is that dark chap. Okay. So another guy, let's call him another guy. So Akshay Kumar takes one and gives him one, right?
Right.
He says, "Ek tera, ek mera." Then Akshay Kumar gives him one and then keeps two to himself.
Do tera, do mera.
Do tera, do mera. Then Akshay Kumar gives him one and keeps three to himself.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, have you all seen that?
Yes, sir.
So,
I have seen that.
total 9 bundles, not 6. So here you can think of the nested for loop. This dark guy is the outer for loop. Is the
Outer for loop.
Akshay Kumar is the inner for loop. Simple as that. So he gets one and he gets one. He gets
One.
so this increments one time. This increments
One time.
one and this increments n times. Okay. So this runs, let's say, this loop runs once and this loop runs n. Okay. So if I can draw you and show. So let's say if this is a for loop, I equal to 1, I less than equal to 5, I plus plus. How many times will this loop run?
5 times.
Okay.
5 times.
let's make it simple. Let's make it 3 times. And the inside loop, okay, I've declared j. Let's say I'm assuming I've declared the variable j.
Sir, both variable are same outer inner.
They're not same. You are seeing it as
Okay, sorry.
okay. So now, if I write something over here, let's say I write a sys out over here, and I display SCS. How many times will the SCS be displayed? So see how to interpret this, dry run this. What is the value of I?
1.
One.
Loop will run once, and this loop will run the entire length from 1 to 3. So it
Yes.
will run from
9 times total.
then once this becomes 4, is 4 less than equal to 4?
No.
No.
Yes,
So this will become false, and now this will increment by 1. This will become what?
yes, right. 2 I equal to 2.
And this
Then again J run 3 times again.
Then again this will run
3 times.
1,
1,
2,
2, 3. And now next it's move
then
again.
again this will become 3. And this will again run 3 times.
Yeah, right.
Sir, I didn't get it. One minute, sir. But there is no relation of I with J.
Yeah, there is no
So-
relation. The only relation is that J is inside the for loop.
Loop.
That is the only relation. It is nested. It is inside, right? So this is the only relation they are having, that it is nested loop of I. It is inside I, right? So now how to interpret this is initialize the I. So I is what? 1, correct? Farooq,
Yes, sir.
check the condition. Is 1 less than 3? Less than equal to 3?
Yes.
True or false?
True.
True.
Doesn't.
Come inside. And now initialize J. Is J equal to 1?
Yes, sir.
Is J less than equal to 3?
Yes, sir.
Come inside and display SCS. So what will be the output now?
SCS.
SCS. Now, which loop is terminating? Which loop is terminating, the J or the I1? This is coming first, right? This close is coming first.
Sir, J will terminate first.
So J will go first and say what? J plus plus. So what will J become?
2.
2. Is 2 less than equal to 3?
Yes. True.
Come inside and display SCS.
So, sir, in this way, if we, let's say, make another variable K
Mhm.
and make another bracket, curly bracket,
Mhm.
so then it will become 9 times.
Then it becomes power 3 into 3 into 3. That is 27 times. This is 9 times. 3 into 3. 9 times over here. You see 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3.
First is inner loop, then outer loop executed.
See, Farooq, this is already 9 times. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
7, 8, 9.
7, 8, 9. If you put one more loop inside, then it will become 27 times.
Okay.
Then this one, and then this one will have 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
And then this two will also have 1, 2, 3.
All right. So, sir, right now, I mean, if we do not put any other statement we can use I instead of I is less than 3. If we write 3, the result will be the same.
What? I didn't get it, Haru.
Sir, for example, in this program, if we just remove this for j is equals to 1, j is less than or equals to 3, j
Okay.
plus plus, and we just put I is less than or equals to 9, then the output will remain the same.
No, it will not remain the same because this will only have one
Statement.
Now we have two variables, I and j.
But we are printing the SCS.
Yeah, that okay. I got it. See, if good, very intelligent question, Farooq. I like that. See, now I'll use both the variables, both the variations in front of you. I'll keep. Okay, good one. Very intelligent question. So you are trying to say what would be the difference between the output of these, if I do it without this and I put a 9 over here. Okay.
Yes, sir.
This is also displayed 9 times SCS. And this is also
Yes.
9 times SCS, correct?
Correct.
Till here I buy what you say. I accept it. But now if I want to display SCS and if I want to concatenate the value of the for loop variable inside. So what would you do over here? Plus I. So what would be the output in this case? Farooq?
Sir, the values of I will be
SCS
also be displayed.
SCS2,
Right, sir. Till SCS 9.
blah, 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 SCS9. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
But now if I want the output like this, SCS1, 1, SCS1, 2, SCS1, 3. Can you do this using one single for loop? I want the output to be like this, okay? I want the output to be like this. SCS2, 1, SCS2, 2, SCS2, 3.
No, sir. SCS 1, 3, we can do that.
I want it 2D. I want it in 2D format. SCS 3, 2. Can you do that?
No, sir. Now we require two variables now.
Using the single for loop.
No, we will use instead.
No, sir.
So if I want to display SCS1, SCS2, SCS3, SCS4 9 times, then your argument is valid. If I want to do this. So your argument is valid if the output I want is like this. Okay.
Got it, sir.
But if I want to do it like this in 2D format, okay. So I'll show you where we will use it. See, so if you have a single dimensional array which goes in one direction, then your argument is fully valid. Okay. But
Okay.
if I have a 2D array like a matrix. Okay. If I have a matrix of rows and columns. Okay. So this is the rows and columns. So this is, let's say, assuming I've not taught arrays as of now, so I'll not go in the indexing. First row, second row, third row. First column, second column, third column. Now, my question is, can you give me where this orange box is lying on which row, which column?
First row, first column.
So here, first row, first column. Got it? Can you tell me where is this green dot lying?
Third row, second.
Third row, second column. Okay. So if you want to arrange data in a 2D format, then you will require this. And if 1D format like this, then your loop is okay. Yes,
All right.
does that answer your question?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now let's come back to the 2D loop. So what is the logic of this 2D? The outer loop will run
Then inner loop.
and the inner loop will run till completion. Will run till
Till the end, yes.
we will run from start to the completion. So outer loop will run once. The outer loop will run once. And inner loop will run from start to end. Will run from.
Start to end.
So now I equal to 1. So this is how you have to interpret this. So now I'll take the variable I. What is the value of I?
1.
1. So is 1 less than 3?
Yes.
Come inside. What is the value of J?
1.
Is 1 less than 3?
Yes.
Now which loop is terminating? Which loop is ending first?
J.
That will increment. So J will become what?
J will go 2.
The value of I now.
1.
And J is 2. Then it will display whatever, then it will increment, J will become 3. Is 3 less than equal to 3?
No.
Yes. Yes, sir. Equal to.
3 equals to 3.
Now then when J becomes 4, is 4 less than equal
No, it's false and
No.
is
terminated.
J is 4 less than equal to 3? False. Once it becomes
False.
false, this loop terminates and this it goes over here and then I plus plus. So I becomes what?
2.
2. And this loop again starts from the scratch. Again starts from 1. So what it
Yeah.
becomes?
1.
Then again it becomes,
2.
and again it becomes,
3.
and then when it becomes 4 loop will terminate, this will increment, and this again becomes
1. 2. 3.
got it. So now if over here I display SCS followed by I, so this will display SCS 9 times, correct?
Yes, sir.
So now if I say SCS followed with the variable I, what is the output?
Sir, followed by I only.
I. That's only I.
It shows a SCS 1
So what is the value?
3 times,
3
and then
times.
SCS 2 3 times, and now SCS 3
Perfect.
times
That's
again.
absolutely correct. So the value of I is like this, right? 1, 1. Yes, Farooq, you getting this?
Yes, sir.
1, 1, 1, and then 2, 2, 2, correct? And 3, 3, 3, right?
Right.
So output will be SCS1, 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 SCS2, 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 SCS3, 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 correct? What if I
Yes.
replace this with J then? Yes, Farooq?
Sir, SCS 1, 2, 3, then SCS 1, 2, 3, then SCS 1, 2, 3.
Perfect. Absolutely correct. Okay, you want to see the code? We'll do that. Okay, so I'll make one more class by the name of nested for loop so that we all understand the logic. I put main in that. Okay, so I take integer I and j, I for the outer for loop, j for the inner for loop. I run a for loop. So I just hit FOR and give a control space bar. It will prompt me. What do you want? Iterate over an array, iterate over a map. No, that we are not doing. We just do a normal for. Okay, what happened? Iterate over an array and map. Okay, let's do using an array for the sake of example sake. And
Sir,
we'll
if you want to print SOP, so what you press and then write control tab.
I'll show you. I'll show you. So try to finish this line. Okay. And
Sure.
what I do is I write sys out. SYSOUT. Okay. Then I hit
Yes.
control and space bar. Control with the space bar.
Space bar.
So I write sys out first in small. I come here, I hit the control key, then hit the space bar key. It prompts me, I select. Getting it?
Yes, sir.
So this is my for loop for outer. So let's not print it right now. We'll print it later on. And this is my for loop for inner. Okay. I'll take
So
that.
it should be J.
So if you want to improve your logic, no, we have something called as pattern programming. So that would be your mastered nested for loop, no? Then it is very beneficial. So now what is the output of this, Faru?
Sir, 1, 1, 1, then 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
Why 0, 0, 0, and where is this coming from? 1, right? 1, 2, 3 we wanted, right?
Yes, sir.
Now all good 9 times, correct?
Correct.
Now if I display J,
Sir, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 3. SCS.
okay? So now if I remove the SCS, okay, and I just keep the J, what will be the output?
Only J.
So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right?
Right.
So now I want this to be printed in a row. I want it to print like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So what will I do? Print, or
Sir,
print?
parent ln, remove the ln.
Perfect. So now if I remove the ln, it will print me in a horizontal line.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now after the first row, I want to enter a new line. I want to print like this.
Second, for loop.
I want to print
Yeah.
like this. So when the first for loop finishes, when the inner for loop finishes, and it
Yes.
outer for loop, your printer,
System.out.println.
okay?
Yes, sir.
So do a println over here with a empty.
Yes.
And
Empty. Yes.
and give an empty line.
Yes.
So now this should display your matrix, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Farooq, you getting it?
Yes, sir.
And now if I want to display 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, then
Parent ln.
print
And
I.
then print ln.
Print I. 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. Okay?
Okay.
Are you getting this, Farooq? This is a very good exercise for those candidates who want to improve their logic. You know, these are very, very, very frequently asked questions. So what should I do to improve my logic? Okay, programming is all about logic implementation. Once your logic is in place and 6 months down the line, 1 year down the line, you want to switch to AI or ML or data science or any of the training technologies. Let's say you want to work for ChatGPT. So if your logic is sound, then you will get hired over there also easily. And to improve your logic, the best exercise is pattern programming.
Yes,
So
sir.
now if I give you all this pattern, can you all draw this pattern for me? I'll give you all a pattern, okay now?
Sir, I mean, the last step, what you have done,
I
I mean, what was there? Print I.
After the first row, I want to feed a new line. So once this J loop terminates, and before it goes to the for, it should feed a new line and go. So it feeds the line over here. It enters the line over and goes.
No, sir, what was the last step you have done? I mean, on the programming, on the query.
Means
System.print ln.I, and you have removed the ln from there. I mean, what you have done.
remove the print ln because I want to print horizontally, right?
Right.
So it will print J, this one, and then the next value of I will be printed after this. So I want to print horizontally. See, Farooq, what is the output of this now? Now what is the output of this? Tell me. If I give an ln, what is the output of this?
Sir, in new line.
Yeah, so what will be the output?
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right?
Yes.
But vertically or horizontally?
Vertically.
Vertical.
Correct? And if I want it horizontally, then
Sir, remove the L.
okay, now this is horizontal. Now, after the first row 1, 2, 3, I want the second 1, 2, 3 on the next line. So when does it go in the second row? After this 4 terminates, correct?
Yes,
Correct,
we'll
sir.
insert it.
In that
Then
position,
we
I
use
feed
after
I feed an empty new line.
yeah.
So it will display me 1, 2, 3 horizontally. Then go to the next line, display 1, 2, 3 horizontally. Go to the next line, display 1, 2, 3 horizontally.
Correct.
Correct?
Correct.
Now, if I tell you, print me this pattern, okay? The pattern remains the same, huh? Just use your common sense. Now, what to do? Now, what to do? Instead of printing I and J, print asterisk, right?
Yes.
Getting it? Farooq, Ataullah.
Yes.
Yes.
Print me the asterisk in this order. Yes, no, maybe.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now if I want the asterisk to be like this, now this is your moment of truth. This is your litmus test. If I want the asterisk to be like this, now what to do? So in the first iteration, what is the value of I?
1.
So in the first row, how many stars do I want?
1.
Start the loop from 1 and go till I. Go till where? 1 to I. So 1 to 1, right?
Yeah.
In the next iteration, I becomes what?
Sir, here we use J is equal to 3 and J less than J is greater than equal to 1 and J minus minus.
Correct. So see, so in the first loop, you start from 1. So how many, see, the logic is very simple. How many rows are there in this?
3.
The outer for loop will keep the count of number of rows. As simple as that. The outer for loop will keep count of rows. So how do we give a count of 3 rows? So for I equals to, yes. How will we iterate 3 times? What is the code to iterate 3 times?
I is equal to 1, I is less than equal to 3, I plus plus. First for loop. Yes, sir.
Is the outer for loop, right?
Yes. In the
Inner for loop. Start from where?
3.
1.
J equal to 1, J is
J
less
equal
than
to
equal
3,
to
sir.
End it at
J
I.
equal to 3.
Okay, there are many ways. Let's take the simplest way, Shabana, and then
Yes,
I'll
sir,
take
sir.
we'll take another logic also. There
Okay.
are many ways.
Yeah.
So if we are 8 of us, we can have 8 different ways of doing this. So
Yes, sir.
simplest route first. So start the inner loop from 1 and go till I. So what is the value of I in the first loop, first iteration?
1.
1.
Your J loop will start from where?
1.
Start from 1 and will go to I. So 1 to 1 only. It will terminate. Then my I will become 2. So J will start from 1, will go till I. So 1 and 2. How many time iteration?
2. 1, 2.
2. And it will, J becomes, I becomes 3. Start from 1 and go till I.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. So this can be your loop. So your inner loop will start from 1 and will go till. Are you getting this?
Yes, sir.
And then
Yes, sir.
we do SOP the star. SOP
Star.
the star. And after the first for loop, we have to go on a new line, correct?
Yes, sir.
So after the for loop over here, what to SOP?
LN.
Here here print ln, okay? And empty. And here only print. Here only print.
Yes, sir.
And here print ln. So if I come back over here, outer for loop start from 1, go till 3. Inner for loop start from 1 and go till
I.
I. In the star, print the line. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Shabana. Now coming to your logic. Yeah, what were you telling? What logic will you apply?
Sir, actually, I start j equal to 3.
J equal to 3. Okay. That
J is greater than equal to 1.
J is greater than equal to 1.
And J minus minus. I think it's wrong, sir.
Triangle, it looks like.
Yeah.
You are
Then
trying
it
to do an
shows.
inverted triangle. Is it? Are you trying to do?
Yeah, right, sir.
Are you trying to do this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you're trying to achieve this inverted triangle. Mine is a straight triangle. So let's go by Shabana's logic and J minus minus. So let's see what this will output. So what is the value of I? 1. This will run number of rows time. J is 3. So 3 to 1, then 3 to 2, and 3 to 3. Yeah, so this will give you inverted, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, no, Farooq, are you getting this? Or is it going too hard for you? So this is what we expect you all to understand and code. The level we need to reach.
Sir, can you please take the example of multiplication of table from 1 to 10?
Multiplication table you want.
Yes, sir.
From
1 to 10.
okay.
Sir, can you ask all of the student to mute their microphone unless they need to speak,
Yeah,
or
guys.
there is too much?
Yeah. This is pure implementation of common sense. If you are speaking, you just unmute it. And once you have spoken, then you can mute it back. Because there's some static at someone's end, and it's like he's traveling in a Ferrari. The wind speed is so fast. So good. Yeah, Farooq. I appreciate that. So yes, someone was telling about multiplication table. Who was that?
Multiplication table.
Yes, Shabana.
Okay, sir. First, I is equal to 1.
No, what is the question you're trying to solve? First, is the question.
It's not my question, sir. Someone else asked
Yeah, so
a question.
what was the question?
Sir, its question is that, sir, print the table from 1 to 10.
You want to display multiplication tables of 1 to 10.
Yes,
So
sir.
one stable, 2 stable, 3 stable, 4 stable.
Yes.
Okay, so let me share something. You're trying to show that you want to display this. So if I can understand you properly, Amir, you want to display this.
Yes, sir.
1 stable, 2 stable, 3 stable, 4 stable, 5 stable, 6, until 10, right?
Till 10, yes, sir.
Yeah. So now, is there anyone who can take this challenge? Okay, Shabana has understood the question. Now she was trying to explain. Yes, Shabana, tell me now.
Okay, sir. First, we start a loop, for loop up to n tables.
So 10 tables. We want 10 tables.
Okay. Then we start a for loop. I is equal to 10. Okay. Now next is for loop again is start j equal to 1. J is less than equal to greater than equal to 5 10.
Less than. It should be less.
Starting from the
Sorry.
we comparison the less.
J is equal to 1 and greater than equal to 10.
Less than equal to.
Okay.
J plus
Less
plus.
than equal. Yeah. So now
Okay,
what would you display?
Now next I multiply with j.
I multiply with
J
J
equal to
equal to I into J.
yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Correct.
And then we'll enter. So this will print or print ln.
LN, sir. Next line.
Print ln.
Yes,
So
sir.
this will display you tables of, and then after each you're feeding a new line. Okay, so we can show that over here rather.
Sir, right.
What are they told over here in the? Okay, so we can show over here. Size table. Okay. Then give a slash and all. So 1 stable, 2 stable, 3 stable. Okay,
Yes, sir.
let's try to run this. Okay, guys. Okay, so 1 stable, 2 stable. The slash n was not required over here. It was required over here. Making sense? 1 stable, 2 stable, 3 stable, 4 stable, 5 stable, 6 stable, 7 stable, 8, 9. How have you got this logic? What we did? Yes, Faru?
Yes, sir.
This is the number of tables I want. I want tables of 1 to 10. And then for each number, I will display into tensa, right? So here,
Right.
how many numbers are there? So in this table, 12, right?
Right.
So where will I put 12? And each number is going till 12, right? 12 numbers, and for each number go till 12. So what changes will I make over here? 12, 12, correct?
Yes, that is
Okay, I wanted 12 numbers, but for each number I want to go till 10 only. 9 tens are, 8 tens are, 7 tens are. So where? Till here 10, right?
yes.
So here
Now-
we write J.
So now we'll have 12 numbers, and for each number we'll go till 10.
Right. So
Okay? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Got it? All good? So guys, practice this. We have like 5 days, 6 days in between to practice. And those who are practicing is reflecting on their performance. Okay? And they will be able to keep up pace with the advanced topics. So this, we are still at the infancy stage of our course. So we are going pretty slowly because this was the 4th day of loops, right? For the last 2 weeks, we've been doing loops. So this should be the last session of loops. Now, next session we will take arrays. What will we take?
Arrays.
So I'll show you some of our videos of arrays. So watch that. See, the concept remains the same. So if the video which I share is of C programming or is of C++ programming, the logic is same. The for loop is same. Just the printf will change. So in C, instead of writing
Printf.
SOP, we write printf. What we write?
Printf. Yes, sir.
So if in that video is of C, then just in your mind replace the printf with SOP. Rest the logic is the
Yeah.
same. Okay, so I'll show some videos of arrays, go through them, and then next session we'll meet and we'll do arrays. Okay.
But sir, in Java, we can also write system.out.printf, sir.
Yeah, we can add println. Yeah, we can add printf. The same
Yes,
logic
sir.
we can use over here also, which we
Yes, sir.
use in C. So we can use
Yes.
over here percentage D.
Percentage D.
display
Yes,
I.
sir. Same. Yes, sir.
We can
Correct.
do it. No worries. But use printf though.
Yes.
Same. Okay, guys, then take care. We will meet next time. Bye.
Yes, sir. Bye, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.
Bye. Assalamu alaikum.